So I'm not really complaining. I love Maomao. Maomao is just someone, or should I say, she's a character that's just very pleasant in my eyes. She really is. She's goated. Right? She's smart. She's funny. She's cunning. She's always seems to be in a good mood. She's happy. She knows about medicines. She loves eating poison. I mean, the list goes on of how quirky she is, of how unique she is, and how interesting they really made her. And of course, she makes herself look ugly on purpose to protect herself. But here you can totally see that she was obviously been beat up. They beat her up really good. If you guys didn't watch my other video about her in episode 19, I recommend you guys go watch that because that was a fucking brutal beatdown that she got there. And of course, she got stitches on her leg as well. Not because of the beatdown, but because of other circumstances. So there's that. So you can see here, her whole ears covered up, her head's like in a band-aid. And I don't want to make it seem like I want her to suffer. No, of course not. I don't want her to suffer. If anything, being alive is enough, right? All right, let me just move past that. Just that never happened. Anyways, yeah, life is tough. Life sucks. So just being alive in general, in of itself, is a painful experience. But here in this episode, like throughout this episode, like from start to finish, we see her like band-aided up, but little by little, it seems like she's having a very quick recovery. I don't know if there's like a time lapse, or they're just not telling us how long this episode was. And what I mean is, was this episode within a span of weeks within that world, within the anime world, right? Because she seemed to have recovered way too quickly. She doesn't really seem to be in any pain, and as a anime that is based on medicine, and of course it's not like they can just handicap the fuck out of her and just keep her in bed all day. No, she has to go back to work, make a living. And of course, if you got beat up just like her, I'm sure you'd be back at fucking work, at least 3 days later, right? Like, just give yourself some time to fucking breathe. I take some vacation out. Fuck it. But you can clearly, okay, so let's go through this episode real quick. So I already said my piece. I don't want her to suffer nothing. But I don't know. It just feels like she recovered way too quickly. She's moved on past the beatdown. And I'm like, it got, I can't lie. It did leave like a little sour taste in my mouth. Like, only because, like I said, this is an anime based on medicine and all this stuff, and they're just making it seem like she just healed up quickly. Like, it wasn't a big deal. Like, she didn't get any brain damage. She didn't get any. You know what I'm saying? She didn't become, a retard. Yeah, let me just say that. All right, she didn't have brain damage. All right, no brain damage. Interesting. Bro, she literally got hit in the face with a mallet. Like, I don't know. I expected at least like a concussion or two. She'd have like a headache. No concussion, no brain damage. The worst case scenario that it seems is like, it just look, her ears not even red anymore. Her eyes are not swollen. Like, bro, what's this miracle drug you're taking, Mama? What's this miracle drug that is she taking? And so here she's already talked. Bro, she doesn't even have like her like. I promise you guys, look, if you guys ever gotten a black eye, like she got one, I believe. If we go back in episode 19, she had a black eye for sure. And I'm pretty sure her shit was bruised. Like, if you ever got hit in the face, your shit would be bruised for weeks. So, what does that mean for the timeline? The timeline, this to me means it's been at least 2 to 3 weeks. If she's already no, the ear's not like, bro, when the mallet hit her in the face, it hit her like right across her face, like right across it, like right through there. Let me show you guys. So all of this right here, all of this, boom. Anyways, Yeah, so all of that area right here just was bam whacked with the fucking like baseball bat. I don't know what the fuck to call it. And so you'd think it'd take a little bit more time for her to recover. But no, to me it's been 2 to 3 weeks for the numbness to be gone by now. And she only has this like slight little band-aid here just to show, just to show that she's still at least retained like a rash, or maybe she's putting ointment on it. I'm not a medical doctor, but we've all been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten bruises on our faces. So yeah, I just feel like they should have focused on it a little bit more. No brain damage, no concussion, no nothing, no ailments that will affect her in the long term. Maybe she did. Maybe they're not hinting at it. Maybe it'll come up later. But at the same time, she is young. With the younger folks, they recover faster. Damn. So yeah, like I said, I'm not here to complain. I just living a little sour taste in my mouth of the fact that we don't really get to see Maomao. Look, she doesn't even have band-aid. Like I said, throughout this episode, little by little, it's like it never happened. The beatdown never happened. No concussion, no brain damage, no nothing. They really didn't hint on anything. If anything, I feel like they're just trying to get past it and be like, all right, it happened, whatever. Just put some band-aid on it and just walk it off, and that's the end of the story. Yeah, just all right, fuck it. I'm a little disappointed, bro. I wanted to see her suffer. No one's gonna watch up to 7 minutes, so I'm just gonna say it. I wanted to see her suffer. Damn it, like, bro, no one recovers as fast, right? I was hit in the face, chipped my tooth, my fucking mouth was bleeding. My lips were all cut up, from my teeth. Like I said, my at the least, they could have shown her without a tooth or something. Like, fuck, she got hit right in the fucking face, right in the jaw. Maybe because there was so much surface level right here that it didn't break anything. But damn, I'm pretty sure the cheekbones would have been smashed up or something. Like, at least a fucking concussion. Can we just have gotten her like like, oh, my head hurts. Like, bro, I've made videos while I'm sick and I'm sniveling. I'm like, I can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? At least, give us something. But no, they didn't give us jack shit. She's good. She recovered. But I think at the same time, I can kind of live with it. You know what I'm saying? Because who wants to dwell in pain, right? Who wants to dwell in pain? So anytime if you guys ever get hit in the face with a baseball bat, if you guys haven't recovered as fast as Momo, that's on you, motherfuckers.